Hello, good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, everyone. It is I, your slightly burping in the middle of his intro, Chungus, also known as Darth Mechas. And with me, as always, for these wonderful lore videos is my co-host, Zealotjohn. Say hi.
Hello.
Uh, Holy crap, dude! Last week, let's just take a minute to appreciate, because the thing that I thought about over the week, right, was how spoiled I was before I started this project with you, right? I want to stress to you how spoiled I was as a fan who really primarily only knew the lore from Warcraft 3. I was a spoiled child not exposed to the ravages of the world until you ruined me, Zealot. How does that make you feel?
I'm sorry, Shadowlands is just that vivid fever dream that everyone just happened to have.
And I think to articulate a point that, depending on how you edit the videos, I either just said in the last video or just said a few moments ago, I think what upsets me the most about Shadowlands is not all the shit that they did wrong, right? Because they did it wrong, whatever, move on. It's the potential that was never realized, right? Because underneath all of that garbage was so much kick-ass lore, so many cool ideas, and there was the potential for so many good arcs that were ruined not just by the Shadowlands, but by bad decisions made prior, right?
Yeah.
Like the story with Sylvanas. Like, it could have genuinely been an amazing story. I think Sylvanas basically working for Satan, not necessarily a bad idea. But when you take that context with all of the lore that has built her up, so like even to the point where you look at the mission that you first started playing as her in Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, it just detracts so much from her character.
Alright,
And
to be fair on that front, she wasn't
right,
actually working with him until the end of Wrath of the Lich King where she tried to kill herself.
okay,
That's when she started working with him.
still that mm,
So all the
I
Warcraft
still
3 Sylvanas stuff is still genuinely pure
okay.
aside from the fact that they made it so that she had no humanity left in her for whatever reason.
Right, and she still was not necessarily under Arthas's control, but that's, for watching a Warcraft campaign if I ever get around to playing it again.
Yeah.
Um,
But now you have a lot of new lore to nitpick and be like, God, this changes this in the worst ways.
yeah, no, and I think that that's what makes Shadowlands the worst for me. It's not the garbage that they put into it, because there's definitely other expansions with worse garbage put into it,
No,
but
there
I think
isn't.
what hurt fair. But you get my point. I think it's more so for me what could have been rather than what was. That bothers me, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. Like
With
Warlords
a
of
lot of the
Draenor could have been a lot better, but at least we had the excuse of they abandoned it early to make Legion as good as it was. Where Shadowlands does not have an excuse.
correct, no, they invested a lot of time. They clearly invested a lot of thought into the lore. Like you can't look at a good chunk of the lore. I would say anywhere from about. Hang on one second. Oh, sorry, I had a bit of something get caught in my ticklish area in my throat. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah,
Um, but fuck, what was I in the middle of saying?
a certain amount of lore.
Yes. So it clearly had thought. Like you can't look at it and I would say maybe about 30 to at maximum 50% of the lore. Like maybe a little less than that, but at least a good chunk of the lore was clearly thought out. It was clearly given consideration about the impact that it would have on the story as a whole, right? But then there are other parts that clearly don't have that consideration. And I would argue that there may be other expansions where that problem is more egregious, such as Warlords of Draenor. Like, the whole premise is wacky cuckoo bananas. So I would say that compared to Shadowlands, the story sins are a lot more egregious. But I think, again, just ultimately the biggest sin of Shadowlands was what could have been at the end of the day.
Yeah, because at least Warlords actually was necessary to lead into what Legion was, because it gave us Gul'dan back.
Right. Exactly. All right, so we're at peace. Holy shit, we're at peace for according to the last slide we did, it was 16 years. Can you imagine 16 years of war? And not just war, but cataclysmic D&D level world-ending events, right?
Back to back with no break. Ever since Arthas picked up Frostmourne, multiple kingdoms have been destroyed, and everyone just had to deal with it.
And that's what's crazy. Everyone who's watching this video or watching this VOD right now, I want you to consider that, right? Before the beginning of Frozen Throne, hell, before the beginning of halfway through the game of Warcraft 3, there have been back-to-back world-ending events for 16 fucking years. That's crazy shit.
Yes, it is.
Like, that is a fever dream of a D&D campaign if I ever heard it. Blizzard, get on that shit. I'm looking at the camera.
They do
Anyway.
have a D&D book.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Have you mentioned this to me? I don't remember.
I thought you knew.
I didn't.
Yeah, no, they actually have a Warcraft tabletop game.
Huh. I might need to look into that.
Yeah, it's like pretty old at this point, so like old enough to the point where they actually had gnomish demon hunters as a race class option.
Jesus. All I can imagine is now, you are not prepared.
Yeah, like you can only be a demon hunter if you're an elf or a gnome.
That's fucking funny to me. All right. So the next slide. Aww.
Yep, Lothamar and Felicera get married.
So, refresh my memory. I know that Lorthramar was the blood elf that took over while Garrosh, fuck, what was his name?
He's the one that took over after Kel'Thas basically fucked off.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So he took Kel'Thas's place after he left with Illidan.
Yep.
Okay.
And Felicera is the resistance leader of the Nightborn during Legion.
Oh, in the Elvish city. Okay. Cool. I mean, you know what? More power to them. They're okay people. Fuck it.
Yeah, because this was just a book event that led into Dragonflight.
Okay.
Cool. So the elements. The elements have gone crazy. All 4 elements are now causing chaos and havoc all over Azeroth, to the relief of 22-year-olds and younger who see a return to normality.
So, God damn it. I'm like, oh god, nothing's happening. Okay, something's happening. Okay, we know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get going.
Yep.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, just picture like a 4-year-old just being like, "What's going on? We're going back to normal, my child." What?
Yes, exactly. So, for context, for those who are watching this, so I want you to imagine, right? There's an entire generation of kids who have grown up during the COVID education days who have never seen what school is like. Imagine that, but for daily life. Because again, 16 years, that's at least two different potential generations during which they learned shit, right? You got the people, well, no, potentially three. You got the people who were just turning teenagers, you got the people who were in their fives to sixes, and then you got people who were just being born. That's three different generations of people who have dealt with nothing but, again, as I can only describe, Apocalypse Now, Horizon Zero event type scenarios.
Yeah.
Alright? Like, that fucks with a person. That fucks with a person mentally when it just stops.
So after
Dude, can I just say, out of fact, it's good to be chatting with you again. I miss talking with you, man. Like, it's just so fun. This has been such a fun thing
it
to
really has
do.
been fun.
Oh, exciting news, everyone. Before I forget, you should be seeing these on my Twitch channel now. We figured out that it was, in fact, the audio from the cinematics. Again, just to not tempt fate, I'm just not gonna listen to the audio. If you are watching this after the fact, I think Zealot said he's gonna put a link to all the cinematics as he does it. So just imagine me just pointing down to the comment section, or wherever. Fuck, I don't know. That might date me depending on how long this video lasts.
Yeah.
Jesus. Imagine. What are comments? We do telepathic thoughts now. Back in my day. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just in a really good mood.
Alright. So heroes gather again to stop, as it's believed to be involving a new threat. One that needs to be stopped. And Khadgar comes out of retirement to team up with the dragons to stop it.
And Khadgar is...
Medivh's apprentice that basically showed back up in
Right.
Draenor.
Yeah. Okay, I remember him.
Yeah, because
he was.
forget...
Dadgar. I remember.
Because one thing I did forget to mention, which literally makes no sense at all.
Right.
One of the bad writing plots, just to let Sylvanas get as far as she did, was after the war between the Horde Alliance starting BFA. Khadgar literally shows up and is like, "You dumb fucks just have to start a war after we literally stopped Legion. I'm out. Fuck this." And then he leaves.
That does seem to be a very common trope with a lot of Warcraft heroes, where they're just sick and tired of this shit, and they just retire.
Yeah, but...
And then they don't like that, and then they unretire.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's essentially the Guardian. His whole job is to protect.
Right.
And he literally fucking says, "I quit," after Sylvanas burns the tree.
Dang.
Yeah, like, he had every justifiable right to be siding with the Alliance or whatever at that point.
Right.
So after that retirement, he comes back.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah. Alright, next panel.
Woohoo!
A new tale from an old foe. With all the chaos that's happening with the elements, an ancient...
Wait, Drakthir. Sorry, I'm just reading ahead. Is that familiar? Have we gone over that before you finish?
Very, very lightly at the very start.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah. An ancient experiment of Deathwings woke up, the Drakthir. Now awake with free will, they search for a new purpose, as a call to a home they never knew now pulls them forward.
Oh, shit. Okay. See, this... Oh, God, they're doing it right. Zealot, my heart. Oh, God, is it going to be broken? Or is this... Can I hang on to this feeling for a bit?
You can hang on.
Okay, thank God. This is what I'm talking about. This is so good, because it's taking stuff that's referenced... Fuck. Oh, God,
Well, to be fair, this part was referenced early at the slideshow. This is, like, brand new and was never mentioned before.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so lore-wise, we mentioned it, but as far as the physical at the time of release, what the fuck are these things?
Exactly.
Was it, right? Okay, fair enough.
Which, just as a side note...
I would have not known had you not told me that.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, and as an additional side note, new player race.
Woohoo! Wait a minute. Are they like a dragon equivalent of the Worgen?
Yes.
You're shitting me.
I mean, to be fair, they're like the full lore about them is that they were experiments created by Deathwing to infuse like a new form of life with powers from all dragon flights. So they actually have some power from the red, blue, bronze, green, and black flight.
Off topic, but very important.
Okay.
Can Drakthir be Death Knights?
Not yet.
You sound like they're thinking about it, or you think they might become.
Like, okay, so for the expansion of Dragonflight, they have their own class called Invoker. And they stated
Oh.
that they'll be locked to that class for the duration of Dragonflight. And that they will be opening it up after the fact, as lore-wise, they would not have the time to learn the other
Right.
professions required to partake in those other cases.
Okay. I'm sorry to the Worgen, but I really like dragons. Anyways, continue. Apologies for my interruptions.
Well, okay, the only thing that is one downside for the Drakthir.
Right.
They only can wear like 3 pieces of clothing for like appearance customization for their combat form.
Ah.
Yeah. Where Worgans have the whole shebang.
Yeah, to be fair, they also were just released, so I don't necessarily fault them as much, but I see why that's a downside, especially for someone like me who, spoiler warning, I'm one of those assholes who made 20 different files on Skyrim within a few hours. So I'm a big fan of customization.
Yeah, transmog is a
Um,
powerful pull.
yeah. But no, aesthetically they look really cool. So like for those who might be listening to this with just audio, what do these things look like?
Oh,
Looks like essentially if I could describe them, it basically looks like someone said, "All right, let's make a Worgen, but have them have a dragon head and dragon wings." Right? Like is that a fair description?
kind of
Albeit very
they are actually a dragon, and the humanoid form is their visage, the illusion to make them appear more friendly to others.
okay.
Which the
Cool.
visage you can fully customize with the armor set because they're using the human model.
Cool, cool. Now, see, that tracks. That absolutely tracks. Um, because with the Worgans, they don't really transform like that, right? Because they they're always Worgen. I
No,
think
they
the
can go
only
back and forth.
oh, they can. Okay, I did not know that.
Yep, like in combat, you have to be Worgen, but outside of
Right.
combat,
Okay.
they actually even added a new racial talent for Worgen where you automatically go back to human form outside of combat.
Oh, that's dope.
Where before
That's
you
dope.
mainly had to do it.
Ugh, that's rough.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
because the Worgen players
Um,
got pissed that the Drakthir got that racial, so Blizzard was like, you know what, you're right.
you know what? Kudos to Blizzard.
Yeah.
I would have to say if I were to describe their humanoid forms, almost like a tannish, more tanned more tanned blood elf, without the elf eyebrows and horns on their head.
Yeah.
If I had to describe it, which still look kind of cool.
Yeah.
So solid design. I'd say it's at the initial time of the slide, I put it in B plus tier. I would say.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm still pretty fond of my wargs. Oh, that's something we need to do. We need to start doing tier lists. Like instead of doing lore videos, like once we're done with the slideshow, we should start doing tier lists. I don't know, guys. If you think of ideas, post them in the comments. Just let us know. Who knows? We might make this a thing. I don't know.
And we can
Like I
definitely do
said,
tier lists because we can easily do the player races, expansions, classes.
yeah,
That's a 3 right off the gate.
for sure. Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry. Pulls them forward. Next
Yep.
slide.
Yeah. As the Drakthir escape the collapsing ruins, they are confronted by by the chaotic elements and a dragonflight that's controlling the elements. As a new race they've never seen before, the Tauren.
Ooh.
Because the Tauren didn't exist when
Okay.
they were created.
Oh, okay.
They quickly escape with their lives and are greeted by the Horn Alliance, who welcome them as new friends.
Okay.
After some questioning, it is discovered that the dragonflight that was controlling the elements was once sealed long ago, as their leader controls the elements and was freed by the Grim Totems.
Isn't that one crazy cow lady who did a bad thing?
Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah, they're at it
Fucking
again.
Grim Totems.
Honestly, everyone was surprised, like, wait, they're still alive?
Oh, yep. Also, I accidentally skipped ahead. Apologies.
Yep. So the new flight seeks to free their brethren.
All right.
And there's the current leader of the new dragons, Raszageth the Storm Eater.
That's a cool looking design. Um, it's actually very unique. So this is considered a dragon in the lore.
Yep.
That's really cool. Because for those who don't know, I'm also a big paleontology buff. I love because this is an original dragon flight. Like this is a flight that we're just learning about, but like in the lore, these were created along with the other dragon flights, right?
No.
Oh,
There's a whole
okay,
story here.
okay.
Like, this is
No,
actually going to be the main source of the conflict for the expansion.
okay, cool. So the reason why still think it's cool is I'm a paleontology buff, right? And when I look at this, I kind of see almost this evolutionarily linked type of deal. Are you familiar with an animal called Archaeopteryx?
I am not.
So essentially, what Archaeopteryx's deal is it's essentially the one of the biggest pieces of evidence that we have for the transition of dinosaurs into birds. It's
Okay.
essentially it was essentially the missing link. We theorized and kind of figured out things at that point, but it wasn't until we really discovered and looked at Archaeopteryx that this idea that dinosaurs became birds was like, oh yeah, evolutionarily we can see how that progressed. Um, and that's what I see when I get here, because you see the feathers, you see kind of the I don't know what the term is called, but it's almost like pruned feathers with just kind of the fuck. Someone who owns birds is probably gonna pinion. That's it, a pinion, right?
Yep.
So it looks like they're grooming themselves, but you can also see the scales, and it still has a very similar design because I'm assuming that that's one of its forearms in the front there, and has a beak.
Yep. And she's a
Don't know
bitch.
what the don't know what the fuck's going on with that mouth though. What that mouth do? Ayo.
Yep.
Oh. All right, gang. So just to let everyone know, and I'm probably gonna let everyone know this one time, and then I'm not gonna mention it anymore. We are gonna mute for the cinematics, because I don't want to get copyright strike because I don't make as much as lawyers do. So audio will be right back, gang. But feel free to watch and yeah, enjoy it. Holy cow, that cinematic.
Yep.
Holy cow, that's crazy. Oh no, so Austin, we have to cut the audio for the cinematics because the system was copyright flagging it. So we decided that when we do the cinematics, we don't just have the audio running, but we still have it able to be viewed. But thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it.
Yep. And welcome back, Subject Kit.
Hello, Subject Kit. But holy cow, that freaking cinematic. Oh my word. I was so scared for the stone guy. I'm like, "No, he's going to die."
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yep. So the Dragon Isles have awoken and all their dragons are returning home. The Adventurers League asks for brave adventurers to go explore to find new history, discover new lands, and possibly make new homes, and help with the dragons with any troubles that may arise.
All right.
So we literally
Okay.
go there primarily just to say, fuck yeah, new adventure.
Hell yeah. I mean, God, it's got to be so weird for all these adventurers now that there's no apocalyptic event happening for the first time in like 16 years. That's got to be crazy.
I mean, some characters connect the dots like, okay, these might be connected and we might have a new issue, but fuck yeah, new adventure.
Hell yeah. No, fuck it.
Yep, and here's the map of the Dragon Isle.
Okay. So, all right. So now, one thing that's common with a lot of these is that the Horde and Alliance have different starting spots. Does that happen in this particular expansion?
Slightly. Like,
Okay.
like both sides land in the Waking Shore like 12 feet away from each other, but they connect very quickly.
Okay, but it's like okay, but they're still in the same region. Like, because in the past, like it would be a situation where like one's over here and the other's over here. So that's cool. That's cool that it's reflecting the lore currently. That's really
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, because the only reason they really land in two different spots is because the Horde flew by Zeppelin and the Alliance came by boat. So they actually needed two different landing
Oh,
places.
gotcha, gotcha. No, that makes sense. All
Yep.
right, so we got the Waking Shores, we got Thaldraszus.
I'm not
Fuck,
actually
I
sure how to
can't
say
pronounce it.
that. Because everyone
The
mostly
ad.
calls that area by the town that's in there.
Okay. The
The Onaran
fuck.
Plains.
Thank you. Onaran Plains, the Azure Span, and the Forbidden Reach.
Yep,
Okay,
and
that sounds
Forbidden
pretty
Reach
cool.
is where the Drakthir woke up.
Okay.
Alright, so the adventurers arrive at the Waking Shore. As it's on fire and elemental chaos all over, it's nothing out of the ordinary, so we just go on and sign the guest book to the Dragon Isles.
Hmm. That's interesting that they have a little guest book. It's like, welcome to the Dragon Isles.
It is a full quest to do that, and depending on what your character has accomplished, you can actually sign it with different things like Slayer of the Lich King and such.
That's dope, though. That's
Yeah.
110% dope.
Yep. After signing After signing the guest book, the Primalist Dragons also arrive and start causing real problems.
Oh no.
So the new enemy flights are known as the Primalists.
Okay.
And they start infusing the red dragon eggs in the area with their power to corrupt and take away from the red flight. And the adventurers are forced to break and kill baby dragons.
No. No. Oh, those bastards.
Yep.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah.
Alex,
Alexstrasza.
yeah, Alexstrasza is not going to be happy with that shit.
Yeah, not with one of the things that she's been through, which ends up coming up here as one of the side plots.
Okay.
So Alexstrasza finds out and assists with cleansing what eggs could be saved. The adventurers learn of the red dragonflight and their goals and tasks in life for caring for all life. And then these next portions are side quests, but everyone just happened to do them because they are like right on the main path.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. So eventually we run into an old orc that's gone nearly blind, who wishes to see the ruby life pools with his own eyes. He wants to be sure
Okay.
he did not destroy them from his time with the Dragonmaw clan when they had Alexstrasza enslaved.
Fun fact, that's a reference back to Warcraft 3 when you fought them. Oh fuck, where was that? It was I'm so upset. Black Rock? Yeah, Black
Yep.
Rock.
Yep,
Or no.
Blackrock Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep. So a portion was actually made to restore his sight, and he sees them, putting a small part of his guilt to rest. As he actually lays down and rests.
Aw.
When we return, he ended up dying in his sleep, with a small ruby while sleeping next to him. His friend Kolgar Flameguard is given a memento by the Red Dragons of part of Duraz's life energy is put into it. He stays to protect
Aw.
the life pools in his memory.
Aw.
And now for the real heart wrenching one.
Oh no.
Yep. We also
Okay.
meet Veritas Straz, one of the oldest red dragons. We listen to his stories of the past of his best friend, a black dragon. He speaks of his
Oh
personal
no.
experience of the corruption of the black dragon fight. He now looks
Oh
over
no.
the homelands of the Dragon House 10,000 years later without his family, without his friends, and even the lands being completely different.
Oh no.
Would you like to read
Oh.
his quote.
I would love to. Is this it?
Yep, the next two panels.
And you said that this is an old dragon?
Yep, 10,000 years old at least. And that's his visage form in the corner.
Okay. Oh shit! So he's a dwarf in his form. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I can't remember her name. I can't remember her face. What I can remember is how the light bounced off her beautiful scales. But I can't remember her name. I can remember the horror when I came home to find her standing over the bodies of my family, practically her family. I can remember the gut-wrenching despair as I plunged my claw into her throat, and I remember the hate in her eyes as the light went out in them. But I can't remember her name. I always wondered, if I had been a better friend, could I have prevented it? Did she not feel like she could come to me as she felt the corruption starting?
Yep. Next panel as well, still him.
Ebician was cleansed. There must have been something I could have done. But she didn't come to me. Must have felt like she couldn't talk to me about it. If I was a better friend, if I had told her... Oh, Titans, if I had told her how I felt. Could it have gone differently? I loved her. And I can't remember her name. Oh, dude. Oh, I need a minute.
Yeah.
Did I get that name right? Abyssian?
Yep.
Shit. Oh. The only reason I wasn't breaking down crying is because I was like, I'm in character. I'm in character. I'm in character. I'm in character. I can't fucking cry!
And the worst
Fuck.
part was this was not voiced. Everyone is so upset that
What?
they did not voice this character for this.
That would have been so good. What the fuck? Okay. This might be one of the few goddammit blizzards for this section, so get the fucking timer or whatever if you add an effect later in the video. But goddammit, Blizzard. Anyway. The primals come.
Yeah, Raszageth and her clutch come to attack the ruby life pools. The adventurers and Alexstrasza work together to stop the assault. The adventurers clear out the inside caves as Alexstrasza fights Raszageth.
Oh shit.
And
Ooh,
we get our first
okay.
of many, many cinematics this expansion has.
Ooh,
Like,
so
they're
hang
all
on
short. They instead of doing like big, impactful ones, they do a bunch of smaller ones to really hone things in this expansion.
Right. Alright, let's listen. Oh, Nelly.
Yep.
That shit's crazy. God damn.
Yeah, so that whole situation goes down.
And Wrathion is... I'm gonna remember the names. He's one of
Black Dragon.
Deathwing's kids, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The one that caused Warlords of Draenor to happen. The one that helped us fight N'Zoth and...
Yeah. Okay. The one who looked like that thirst trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I get you.
So he showed up because he's also a dragon, and all the dragons got called here, pretty much.
Yeah.
So after the fight, Wrathion asks for help with taking the Obsidian Sanctum back from the Jarradin. The Jarradin being a race of dragon hunters who exist just to hunt dragons.
Why though? Like, I get that, the black dragon fight is problematic, but for the most part, dragons are indifferent to the other races of Azeroth, aren't they?
The Jarradin's been like one of the few very ancient races that never really evolved. Like, they've been around since before the dragons even became the dragonflights.
Okay. Okay.
And they
So, but
just
like
also
I'm
happen to never have left the Dragon Isles either, so they've literally been waiting for them to come back.
Oh shit. Okay. So but am I wrong in my before we continue with the lore, am I wrong in my assumption that for the most part like all of the races, Horde or Alliance are just like, "Oh cool, it's a dragon. Moving on." Or is it more complicated than
It
that?
literally depends on what the situation is.
Okay. I mean, obviously if a dragon is attacking you, it's like, "Oh shit, it's a dragon," but like people don't go out of their way to hunt dragons, do they?
I mean, there's a few.
Really?
Yeah, like, the dragonflights don't encompass all dragons.
That's weird. Okay, okay.
So there's still, like, wild dragons out there that'll, like, take a farmer's sheep or something to eat.
Oh. Okay, okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, because again, my only experiences with, Warcraft 3, and in that game, you could recruit any dragons and they would serve you, and they would only fight against your enemies. So it's like, I don't know, like, I just always expected people to just be like, if you don't fuck with a dragon, they don't fuck with you. But okay, I didn't know that.
I mean, pretty much for the most part, it kind of be like a wolf. Like, as long as you don't threaten the wolf, it's not going to really go out of its way to threaten you for the most part for the wild dragons.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So, Alexstrasza refuses, saying that the ruby life pools are more important to defend. So, Wrathion leaves to take the sanctum in hopes of finding other black dragons, as no black eggs are found in the life pools.
Oh shit.
Because
Okay.
life pools are essentially the birthing grounds for the Isles.
Okay.
Alexstrasza sends the adventurers to help Wrathion.
Okay. So
And
she's not completely heartless, but it's like I can't go. I'm fighting to protect the ruby life pools.
yeah. So Wrathion starts the assault on the Ruby Sanctum, highly overestimating his own power due to how well he handled the N'Zoth situation.
The Obsidian Sanctum.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, you said Ruby Sanctum.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Obsidian
yeah.
Sanctum.
No, the cutscene.
Yep.
Okay. So for context, for those who were not able to hear that, holy shit! Like these guys have some serious twins energy, right? Like, am I crazy?
Oh no, people love those two bickering.
Oh Jesus! Because like at the very end, they were both synchronized in their speech, and they were basically saying the same thing back at each other. But holy crap, he has a brother!
I mean, yeah.
What? Holy shit!
Because we actually met Sabellian before.
We did?
Yeah, all the way back in Burning Crusade.
What the? I don't remember that.
He's the guy that convinced us to kill Gruul for the safety of himself. And he
No
just stayed in
shit.
Outland this whole fucking time.
No shit.
Yep.
That's
And
crazy.
Wrathion never bothered to actually check Outland.
Oh yeah. He did just kind of futz around, didn't he?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, so it's literally like a single quest line from literally the first expansion explains where these guys came from. So
Oh,
the majority
shit,
of people
okay.
don't even know they knew they existed because of how long ago it was.
Okay.
Yep. So we end up sieging the Sanctum and eventually take it back from the Jardin. We end up learning
Okay.
about the Oath Stones that grant the
Right.
Dragonflights their power and the aspects their might.
Right.
So we help reforge the Black Oath Stone now that the Black Dragonflight is to help the Black Dragonflight become empowered once more. And now whoever
Right.
sits on the throne becomes the new aspect.
Oh Lord, there won't be any problems with that vagueness, will there? Nope.
Yep.
No siree. Especially not when there's two brothers that just found out that they're brothers.
I mean, they're not the only brothers.
Oh, look at that, a cutscene. Wonder what could happen.
Young Wrathion.
Oh no. Oh no.
Why oh no?
Oh, look at that. That exact circumstance that I never thought would happen had just happened. What are the odds?
What, they actually agreed not to fight immediately over it?
Oh no, I'm making fun of the fact of how predictable that was. That
Yeah.
there's going to be an argument about who rules the Black Flight. But you said that it's not just the brothers. Are you telling me that there's even more siblings
Yeah.
currently alive?
Yep.
Oh shit. So this shit's getting even more complicated and we don't even know about it yet.
Hell yeah.
Oh goody.
Witten. And just as a fun thing about this, the players actually get a say in this, as we actually have to pick sides.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized?
What?
This means that Neltharion fucks.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Jesus, that's a lot of kids.
I mean, all of them
Alright.
have to fuck at some point.
Well, right, but like, I don't know. I just think it's just really funny thinking about him as some sort of Chad who just has all these kids. But anyway.
Dude, we literally had a raid boss being his bondaged waifu.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that wasn't so good.
Yeah,
I forgot about that shit.
everyone does.
Yeah. Alright. So Wrathion and
Sabellian.
Sabellian bicker about who will become the leader, but first we must get the eggs to the ruby life pools.
Yep, because they decided to bring him to the sanctum first.
Okay.
To do so we do it in secret. We take a wagon ride with them to move the eggs in secret. So the player, Sabellian and Wrathion, go on a wagon ride, but encounter several random encounters from Jardin and Primalis.
Oh god.
And just before we reach the Ruby Life Pool, the wagon is broken and the eggs destroyed.
No!
And the Black Dragons lose all their eggs.
Damn
And
it.
Wrathion immediately blames Sabellian and runs off to Alexstrasza to tell on him.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the shit we have to deal with, and people love it. So
Oh,
Wrathion
Lord.
and Sabellian arrive at the life pool to speak with Alexstrasza, as she snaps at Sabellian for his past involvement with Deathwing as his loyal minion.
Ah.
Wrathion then tells on Sabellian about letting the eggs get destroyed, but then he's put in his place as several black dragons with eggs arrive with them, being revealed that us three were decoys, and nothing was actually in the wagon.
Wow. Alright, I gotta give Sebi that one. That was a smart move.
Yep. So Alexstrasza takes the eggs, but tells them that they need to get their shit together, and she won't be the one picking who's in charge.
Oof.
Because they both kind of treat this as like, I'm telling mom.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
And
Alright.
with the black eggs, the 5 flights of eggs are at the pool, reactivating the Ruby Oathstone. And it's
Alright.
up to the player to pick who will become the next aspect.
Okay. So real quick, I don't know, do we go over what potentially happens, or like, is there an impact based on who's chosen?
That comes up in the later patch.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So now we go to the Narn Plains. The adventurers enter the plains where they meet the Maruk Centaurs, an ally of the Green Dragonflight. Mithra,
Okay.
daughter of Ysera, asks for their help to fight the Primalists and defending the portal of the Emerald Dream that happens to be on the Dragon Isles, completely unprotected.
Who would have thought?
Yep. So the agreed.
Look, honestly, I'm just glad that the lore isn't shit in this expansion. I don't care if it's predictable, I just don't want it to be shit anymore.
Yeah. The agreed pact with the agreed pact they have is started, but the Primalists got in touch with one of the clans and started a civil war between the Centaurs. So the Green Dragons and the Adventure help with the civil war, and we defeat the clan and bring some peace back to the plains, as well as reactivate the Green Oathstone at some point.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's literally the entire Anaran Plains plot summed up in a single panel.
I get it.
Because a lot of it's just filler of, okay, so we're still dealing with the Civil War. We got to do this. We got to do that, and it all just keeps going in a circle.
Right.
So now we go to the Azure Span,
Okay.
where we meet up with Khadgar and Kaligos.
Khadgar. Dadgar.
Yep, Dadgar.
And.
Kaligos is the blue aspect.
Okay, yeah.
As the Primalists attack the span to try to reach the Azure Oathstone, the Kirin help with making up for the lack of blue dragons to help defend the area.
If you know, you know.
Yep. We assist Caligos and his army of mirror images to secure the Azure Vault. As a female voice calls out for help. As we help, the voice becomes more clear, but it calls out for Malagos, the original aspect.
Oh no.
And cinematic time.
So, wait, does it refresh why Malagos isn't there, or should we just let them know why in case they haven't seen it?
I It gets brought over in the quest, and I just don't remember if I say it, so we can mention it after
Uh,
the cinematic.
yeah. Okay. All right. So, as usual, because of the cinematic, audio off super quick. Oh, my heart hurts even more than I was expecting it to. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no. So, for context, for those who are watching the Twitch stream, um, so Sindragosa was the original aspect, right? Or was it always
It was
Malagos?
always Malagos.
Okay.
Sindragosa was his
So,
wife.
yeah. So, Malagos was always the blue dragon aspect. However, Sindragosa was his wife. Um, and the reason why she's not there anymore is there's a certain Lich King who brought her remains back after she died.
To Deathwing.
And there was a certain blue dragon aspect who was like, "All right, I'm done with humanity's shit." And that's why we don't have a Malagos anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. Oh lord. I will say it is still one of the top 3 cinematic openings for any WoW expansion, and I will die on that hill. I might even go so far as to say it is still the best, and still die on that hill.
Where does Dragonflight land?
Uh, hmm. I would definitely say top 5.
Okay.
I don't know if it's top 3, to be honest. I know for a fact Battle for Azeroth and Lich King are in the top 3 for the best opening cinematic. And again, I'll die on that hill for sure. Um, I don't know if Mists of Pandaria is either in the top 5 or the top 3, but I know it's not lower than the. I know it's within the top 5 for sure. That one I'm a little iffy on. This would be a perfect thing to do a fucking tier video for, but
Yep.
anyway.
Yeah, so
Uh,
Sindragosa directs us to speak with the local Tuskarrs to find the ley lines and fix them and perform maintenance that have been missed for 10,000 years.
yeah, it's that maintenance that goes on for the first 1,000 that really fucks you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we find out that the local gnolls are causing trouble and they have learned decay magic and it's spreading rot everywhere. So we team up with the Tuskarrs to stop the gnolls.
Oh, goody.
Yep.
Dog people who know how to kill things. Yay.
Yep. After we stop the decay, we return to the Tuskarr village for rest, and Caligos, for the first time in years, as he has just been
Yes.
relentlessly working by himself to do what he can.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Fuck.
And we learn more of the culture of the Tuskarrs and prepare a funeral for those who died to the decay before we could arrive to help.
Yikes.
And now cinematic.
Woohoo! Another one.
Yep.
And another one.
And what do you think of the Tuskarr in the thumbnail?
I'm sorry, what do I think of the Tuskarr in the thumbnail? I
Yep.
think. I don't remember them looking this humanoid in Warcraft 3, but I think it's a good look.
Yep.
I like it. Alright, let's watch it. You know what? That's fucking wholesome. Like, legit. That's very wholesome.
Yeah.
I hope that was cathartic for Calic. I really do.
It is.
That's
It
dope.
was something he really needed.
Oh, I bet.
Yep. After returning to the vault, the Azure Oathstone activates and is now empowered, but none of the other blue dragons have returned.
Oh shit.
And with the stop by Khadgar, Raszageth is now attacking this band herself. Kalecgos and Khadgar work together to stop the stronger of the primal forces, as the adventurer works to thin more of the forces and interrupt any rituals going on. And Kalecgos ends up in a one-on-one fight with Raszageth.
Oh no.
Oh, what the
Oh.
hell?
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
I literally got the video like 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well, goddamn.
So a brief thing of what happens.
Right.
Basically a pseudo repeat of the Alexstrasza fight with Raszageth, where, oh no,
Right.
Kalecgos is losing. But hold on, now the other blue dragons show up and save him.
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Yay.
And now we're a family.
Da 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 da.
But not all the blue dragons show up, and there's actually a side quest to actually go and find the other ones who actually ignored the call of the Dragon Isles and find out why.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's actually just a side quest too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So now we go to Thaldraszus. Thaldraszus, whatever it's called.
Right.
It's mostly known as the place that has Valdrakken, the capital city of the island.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So the adventurers meet up with the 4 aspects for a meeting on what to do to prepare for Raszageth. We find out that some of the lesser dragonkin who still lived on the island are not happy with the return of the flights and being forced into servitude, and some sided with the primalists or acting as spies.
Oh shit.
Yep, a lot of spying and deliberating happens as adventurers help with bringing who is unable to be reasoned with back and provide a better working conditions and form a union.
Just goes to show you, kids, unions are good.
Yeah, that is actually like one of the major plot lines. There is that whole situation where we help form a union.
The irony of a union being part of a mission of a Blizzard game is not lost on me.
It is not. And now we go help the Bronze Dragonflight.
Oh, that's right. The fucking gnome for the fucking bronze fucking aspect is a little gnome when in her form or whatever.
No, that's not the aspect.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
Yeah, because that's Chromie. Nor's Dormu's aspect, and he's got the tall elf form.
Oh.
Chromie's just the one we work with a lot during these quest lines.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yep. The adventure goes to help the Bronze Dragonflight with their Earthstone. And the Infinite Dragonflight return to corrupt it.
Oh shit, that's a name I haven't heard in a hot minute.
Yep. Chromie teams up with the adventure, fearing that this is the event that will corrupt Nor's Dormu into Morazond. Even though it's already been confirmed by Nor's Dormu himself that it is not preventable. But in all her gumshoe hope, she's going to do her damnedest to prevent it.
Right.
The timelines are messed up, and the adventurer has to help put things back together in the correct timeline. And they are given a staff to help them return things back to where they came from. And I'm telling them the first time using it, they can just hear a dragon saying, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Next panel. Nomergon gets dirty bombed. King Varian Rin of Stormwind is kidnapped due to Katrina Pastor selling him out to the Defias Brotherhood, leaving a young child Anduin in charge. Several other small issues get handled by what?
Hold on. Wait. This was way back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, confused. Continue. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll try and process
Emperor Dargan Thasius, leader of the Dark Iron Dwarves, has Moria Bronzebeard kidnapped. Deathwing commands Onyxia Nalfarian to take Blackrock Mountain and create a new army to form the Arks hiding there. A bronze dragon shows up just at the start of the game to help the player return back to the present.
My head.
Yeah, this actually happens in game where When you try to do it, you get accidentally sent back to the creation of your character at the start of vanilla.
My fucking head. Oh, that hurts. Oh God.
Yeah.
I thought I was tripping because that was verbatim one of the earliest slides that we did. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I glitch? No, fuck.
No, Blizzard actually pulled a good joke there.
All right, you know what? Kudos Blizzard for egg on my face. That's some good shit.
Yeah. I didn't know what exactly to do to convey that
Right.
happened while still going along with the bit.
Yeah. No, that my fucking brain. Ow.
Yeah. The adventure teams up with Cesarel to close the timeline portals, but she accidentally puts a Murloc into a primordial timeline. Before we can report this happening, Eternus arrives and pulls creatures from other timelines to force us to deal with them first. And Eternus has arrived to ensure Morazond happens.
Oh no.
And cinematic time.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, and shit just gets crazy from here.
Oh God.
So we now have to hop through multiple timelines to find Chromie and Eternus.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
The first
Okay.
timeline is in the near future where the Primalists won. And we have to team up with our
Okay.
future selves to renew hope and find the dragons.
Okay.
After finding Chromie and Eternus, they fall through time to a new one and we have to follow after them.
All right. Ah,
What?
what is this map?
It's a map of Murgleland.
Oh no.
Yeah, because we got Gurgle-Nurnis, Murgle up to the north, where Murgle Gurgle Dogglelar is up there with the Murgle King. How much is this hurting?
When I tell you that this is amazing, like it's not hurting me. Like it's hurting me in the sense that I'm having a hard time keeping up, but like this is fucking brilliant.
Oh, just wait till you see all the pictures I put in here.
Oh my god. That's fucking amazing.
Yep.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh god. Oh no.
Thrall Girl, Varian
Hang on.
Girl, and Finduin Wingle.
Been doing? Oh my god.
Yep, and we got Deathwing Gurgle back there.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Virgil Rock Sourfin.
Tigri. Tirg. I can't fucking say it.
Turglerin Webbingdrin.
Oh god. Oh god.
Bane Burglefin.
Gilvanis. Shut up.
Yes.
Stop.
Gilvan.
Stop. Deathling? What the?
Old Murkai. And Captain
Right.
Cookie.
Oh god.
Sir Finley Murgleton. A Migriel Girlheart. This is the timeline that got created from the Murloc earlier. And we have to help take down Deathwing Girdle Girl.
Oh my god.
We are gifted the heart of Asmerloth as a reward for helping. Chromie and Eternus fall to another timeline, and now I have to speedrun timelines to catch up to them as they keep falling faster.
Breathe right now.
So some of the times we visit: the War of the Shifting Sands, the Pandaren Rebellion from the Mogu, the Knoll Wars.
Jesus.
And the last one we find them, the most dangerous time we could have possibly landed in.
Oh god, what's the bit? What's the fucking bit? Oh, this isn't actually a bit. Okay. Alright. I legit thought it was gonna be another bit, but no, they went full hellscape with it.
Yep. We landed in the Black Empire.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so we eventually rescue Chromie and Eternus, but the old gods prevent a quick escape, as the forward time dragons work together to get us back home. The adventure has to hold up the forces of the old gods, as they bombard our minds with whispers of madness.
Oh, goody.
And we barely get out in time. In returning, we restored the Bronze Oathstone. Eternus threatens that Murazond will still happen and leaves. Loamm returns to Chromie to have her lead the Bronze Dragons when the time comes.
What the fuck? Oh, and another mute. Oh no.
Yep, oh no. So now, the first raid of the expansion, Vault of the Incarnates.
And something I don't know if I've ever clarified, for those who are not familiar with WoW, what is a raid exactly?
It's pretty much a large, continuous dungeon that generally ranges around 10 bosses, where you have to take 10 to 30 people in to work together to defeat the bosses.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized I don't think I've ever clarified that fully, so I just wanted to mention it.
Right. So Raszageth found the vault and broke in to free the other primalists. Due to ongoing issues, the only support the adventure could get was from the remnants of the Blue Dragonflight and the Kirin Tor.
Yeah, those guys are just there, aren't they?
What, the Kirin Tor?
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of just came in and just kind of became the filler force of, oh shit, end of the world stuff? Well, we're here.
Yep.
Yeah, so we fight through the vaults and the primalist forces of shamans and dragonkin to reach the inner sanctums. As the primalists are essentially dragons that really took to the natural elements.
Okay.
Yep. We end up killing Korog, Grim Totem, and Broodkeeper Daruna, causing a big blow to the forces of the primalists. We get to the inner prison where the stasis cells are held and find Raszageth there and fight her.
Oh no.
And end of raid cinematic.
Alright. Audio gone, BRB. Jesus, there's so many cinematics this fucking segment.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, this expansion was loaded with them.
But that's not good. Now there's fucking 3 of them. Oh, goody.
Yep.
That's wonderful. Alright, another cinematic time. Holy cow.
Yep.
Good stuff.
And a little baby Murloc on the player's back.
That's wild. There's a little baby Murloc on the player's back. Oh, bless you. Whoever recorded that, bless you so much. It is a gift.
Yep. Alright, now, the silver purpose. We find a silver scale that was safeguarded in secret, and now we need to use it to help Alexstrasza. We find out that it holds knowledge on how to recover Tyr, and must do what we can to make it happen. We go to Uldaman, which is very, very far away,
Right.
to find the discs of Tyr that were sent there from Uldir out of panic a long time ago from Loamm and all that shit show.
Oh, God.
The infinite dragonflight beat us there and scattered the discs throughout time at reckless abandon to keep us from finding them.
Oh, god damn it.
Yep.
Why are they being out here reckless, man?
And this one's gonna hurt.
Oh no.
The Dreamer.
Oh
Without the
no.
aspect of dreams, the Green Dragonflight has trouble keeping the Emerald Dream in check. The Primalists have damaged the portal to the Emerald Dream, keeping us from accessing it, as they are also finding a way to access the dream themselves. They need a new aspect, a new Dreamer, so they can protect the Emerald Dream. But Yrsa was bound to the Winter Queen in Shadowlands, and won't be reincarnated. We go with Malfurion and Tyrhold to talk to them about what can be done. And another cinematic.
Woohoo!
What, that your boy Malfurion finally gets to do something?
Huh?
That Malfurion finally gets to do something?
Yes. I'm not crying, damn it. I'm not crying. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, so Malfurion trades his life for Ysera.
Damn it.
Ysera returns to the world of the living in order to try to reopen the portal to the Emerald Dream, but she's unable to access it herself. When she died, she lost the spark that made her an aspect, and someone else has to take the mantle.
Right.
And the Primalists use this as a chance to attack the Dragonflight, as Ysera talks to her daughter. Marithra, with the help of her mother, is able to become the new green aspect, and is able to push back the Primalists. After the fighting is done, Marithra and Ysera fly off to spend some time together with Ysera's new life. And the Emerald Dream portal is kept closed for now in order to ensure its safety and make sure the Primalists have no access to it.
That's crazy, though.
And in reaction, a lot of memes came out of this whole situation.
Right.
Specifically about Illidan.
Oh no.
So there's a joke that even though Illidan's being the jailer for Sargeras now, he's still keeping an eye on everything. And seeing Malfurion just now not be alive, he's like, no, I need to go back. This is my chance. This is my chance.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yep.
The Embers of Neltharion.
We go/return to the Forbidden Reach to find the secret labs of Neltharion. They find a collection of self-insert fanfictions and holograms of the other aspects he made to act out his fanfictions.
Oh god.
You can read these too. You can actually find the books and read them in-game.
You're fucking kidding me. That's crazy.
Yep. The Primalists arrive, and we have to hide and listen in on their conversation.
Oh shit. Oh goody.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude.
Yep.
Oh. Well, okay then.
Yeah. Some of the Drakthir become radical and seek to find the lab for their own legacy. Some seek to destroy it. Abyssian confronts them using his own personal connection to Deathwing, as it revealed he is also a direct son of his.
Whoa.
Yep.
God damn.
And in order to personally connect with them and bring back some of the radicals back to reasoning, Sakereth continues to lead the radicals to find the lab, as others mourn what it is to come of them, knowing what is to be found could be only horrible.
Ooh.
And here is the new zone we get.
So this is underneath the Dragon Isles?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit. Okay. So I'm just trying to see. So where do we enter this?
At that southern tip and western tip are the two entryways.
Glimmerog and Nalx.
The one that jets out more over Nalkaskull.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, the Primalist forces force the tunnel underground to access Aberrus and use its fuel source. Only the Black Dragonflight is sent by Alexstrasza to go in and chase them. Everyone was captured by wild animals after Fyrrak ambushed them, and we were saved by the Niffles, or Niffins. They bring everyone to Loamm to recover and regroup after we help with their chores.
I'm sorry, what?
Which part?
They were saved by the Niffins?
Yes.
The fuck is a Niffin?
New race.
Okay.
And they have a Midwestern accent.
Oh, gee willikers, dude. That's just crazy.
This
there,
place
bro.
is based in Minnesota, yeah?
Oh no, for sure. See, the thing is, you gotta understand is I'm from Wisconsin, right? So
Yeah.
like that's a whole thing for me. That's like literally me hearing a whole thing of my neighbors, man. It's fucking crazy. We just gotta make sure they don't come for our beer and our cheese.
Yep. That's Loamm.
God damn it.
Which part?
They have an entire race of Midwesterners.
Yep.
That's just
And
crazy
here's
to
a
me.
picture of some of their town.
Okay. Oh God, they're mole rats.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep, that's the Niffins. Sabellian finds a message left behind by Malfurion about his ambition, as they seem to ignore their own parallels to him.
Oh Lord.
Abyssian follows up and chastises them for being reckless, as he actually came in after and didn't get captured.
Right. Okay.
And then they all mention that there's whispers in their mind. They're quieter in their visage form, so they choose not to become dragons if possible.
Right.
Wrathion goes to find the lab as stealthily as he can. Sabellian asks Honeypelt for help with checking a nearby temple to see if it's got connections to Aberrus at all.
Well, okay then.
Yep. And we gain access to a Titan temple that's down here for some reason.
Of course, there's a Titan temple down here. Why wouldn't there be?
And we find Sakereth's men already inside. He came to get the Oathbinder, a device that was used to enslave and strip away the will of the Drakthir.
Oh dear.
The champion fights Sakereth to free the Drakthir and break the Oathbinder. Now knowing his goal, the majority of the Drakthir leave him and rejoin the Aspect side.
Oh no.
Sakereth says he hears Neltharion calling for him in Aberrus. Then gets teleported away. And we go to meet up with Wrathion and Sabellian.
Oh goody. More muting. Yay.
Yep.
The thing that always throws me off with these cutscenes is you never know if they're going to be like old school WoW cutscenes where they just do the out of sync lip motions, or if they're actually going to have syncing lip motions.
Yeah.
And you don't know that for at least the first couple of seconds, and it throws you the fuck off when you find out.
Yeah. But yeah, the Tauren was Abyssian.
That's crazy.
Yep. So we spy around to find that the Primalists have teamed up with the Jarradin and are awakening their elders, who have been hibernating this whole time somehow.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't really find out how or why. We now must stop them, as they have also found the source of Aberrus, Shadowflame. Fyrrak has also started to infuse Shadowflame into himself to become more powerful. Sabellian gets infected by the Shadowflame panic, as that's what's corrupted his father. But Abyssian uses a shaman ritual to save him.
Wahoo!
Fyrrak sleeps in the Shadowflame, so Sabellian attempts to kill him with a dragon-slaying spear. It does nothing but wakes him up, causing him to rampage and attack everything. Abyssian flies everyone away in a panic, only to be shot down and mortally wounded. Fyrrak flies past everyone, bragging about his new power and everything that he will burn.
Oh goody.
Cutscene.
Woohoo! Well, damn. That's ominous.
Yeah. Several of the Niflheim end up dying in the fire. Abyssian is saved by Sabellian by treating the wound quickly. We rescue who we can in Loamm and return to report what happened to the Dragonflights. The other Dragonflights will deal with Fyrrak as on the surface, as we go back down to deal with any further aftermath as Fyrrak emerged to the surface. And we begin to siege Aberrus to gain access.
Ooh, that's purty.
Second raid.
Woohoo!
So, a lot of shit goes down in here.
Alright.
Raid. So, Aberrus, the Shadow Crucible. Once the labs are accessed, we end up finding a simulacrum of Malfurion himself, before he turned to Deathwing. And he ends up speaking to Sabellian and Wrathion to see why they came to his lab. He ends up splitting them up to convince them of what he wants. Malfurion shows both of them different experiments. Ones that he expects them to continue. As they both are horrified and disgusted at what they are and what he wants them to do.
Right.
Like, Wrathion sees like a bunch of essentially experiments of creating life in horrific, unimaginable ways.
Oh, goody.
Sabellion's shown, like, he actually made human batteries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah. So both of them are pretty convinced, yeah, this is pretty fucked. We looked up to this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the Echo Malfurion fails to convince them to follow in his footsteps, he attempts to slaughter them, only to be foiled by the adventurers.
Wahoo!
Yep, and then we face off with Sakereth inside, who took his promise of power.
Oh, goody.
Yep. And we got 2 cinematics.
2 cinematics. Alright, we'll be right back, everyone. Damn, those are really dope cutscenes.
Yep. So we finally get our black aspect.
That's crazy.
They return to the seat of aspects and announce Abyssian as the new Earth Warder, the Black Dragon aspect. They call on the allies of the Tuskarr, Adventurers League, Centaurs, and the Kirin to face off with Fyrrak and his assault on the Dragon Isles. And now the Infinite Dragonflight are attempting a new strategy.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. It is a matter of time.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's crazy. And we're actually almost at the 2-hour mark, so this is a perfect time, I think, to stop.
Yeah.
But, holy cow, that's crazy. Let's get right down to it.
Alright. So last time we ended off on that cinematic about Nor's Dormu saying like, oh no, something's troubling. Eridicron teamed up with the Infinite Dragonflight. They're up to some shit.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep. So now we're going through the now mega dungeons that they start introducing since Legion, where they introduce a new mega dungeon, which is essentially a raid length dungeon.
Okay.
And this is the first one. This one is very vital and important to the story on what happens, because so we team up with Chromie and run in there to try to fix the timeline as the Infinites are messing with it. And we end up running into Chromie from the other timeline.
Oh, God.
Specifically, Infinite Chromie.
Oh, no.
So it's Chromie versus Infinite Chromie. And she is known as Morchi.
Oh, goody.
And for some reason, Morchi's been pulling Chromies from other timelines into our timeline. So we've got, like, Raptor Chromie, T-Rex Chromie, Murloc Chromie, Mechanome Chromie, Tauren Chromie.
Right.
A lot of Chromies.
Christ on a cracker.
And we end up having to do a whodunit murder mystery of which Chromie is actually the fake Chromie.
That's funny.
As Morchi disguises herself as one of the Chromies.
That's amazing.
And while Morchi was distracting us, the rest of the Infinites get into the Bronze Temple so they get out to the timeline where it is Because turns out the Bronze Temple actually houses the actual physical manifestation of the timeline itself.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's a thing?
now it is. I mean, no one knew how to get to this island, so why was it a big deal?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, next panel.
Yeah.
So, the dungeon's known as Dawn of the
Oh.
Infinite.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We convinced Nordomer to enter with us and assist us in trying to stop the Infinite. But the timeline itself comes to life to prevent his intervention of his own fate.
Man, everyone is just not like Norse Dormu. Dragon guy is having a hell of a time.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the picture of the timeline actually coming to life. You actually fight this thing.
Fighting time itself was not on my Warcraft History bingo card. I will give you that one.
Yeah, given all the time travel that's happened, it's kind of surprising it didn't happen till now.
Right?
Next panel. After we fight the timeline itself, we are sent to the fall of Galakrond. We go all the way back then, where Eridikron is absorbing his void essence to empower a talisman. But we end up we fight the blight left behind by the blood of Eridikron, as that's actually a boss fight of fighting the blood of a dead dragon that's infested with void.
Okay.
And then we distract him long enough for Chromie to put her plan into action. And now we get our first cinematic.
Woohoo! Alright, audio is gonna go off. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go.
Just as a side note, this is only the halfway point of the dungeon.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, so Morazond lives. Nozdormu's now Morazond, the leader of the Infinite.
Oh, goody.
And we are sent back to the current timeline where they now rule. The Bronze Dragonflight is no more, and the only ones who remember the true past are the adventurers and Chromie herself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, after that, the entire timeline just got fucked over by the Infinites.
Damn it.
And now we have to work together to raid the temple and gain access to the timeline again, as the Infinite are doing their best to defend it. Even Keeper Tyr is alive and serve the Infinite.
Oh, goody.
And there's a picture of him on the next panel.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah, and Tyr is the one who's responsible for giving the dragons their power.
Oh, goody.
Or at least convincing the Titan Pantheon and the Titan Keepers to give the Dragonflight their powers.
Right.
Yeah, so we eventually make it way back into the temple, where Morchi is waiting for us. She tries to fight us, using time-displaced copies of herself that she pulled from parties she went to later.
Like groups of people or actual parties, like with like cake and shit?
With cake and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's literally a mechanic where, while fighting her, she'll just randomly summon copies of herself, all wearing party hats, and you have to find the real Morchi, which is just the one not wearing a hat.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. As we then try to fight our way back to Galakrond's fall, we have to go through a past war, where we face off with Grommash Hellstream and Anduin Lothar, who are in the middle of fighting each other.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah. How's that for part of the dungeon? So this is like a fight from like the second or first war.
Jesus. Okay, that's... Wow.
Fuck. You were not expecting Grom to show back up.
No, I was not. My boy Grom, holy shit.
Yep.
Okay.
So after we get past the war, Chronolord Deus prevents us from stopping Eridikron and empowering the talisman.
No!
And we get another cinematic.
Alrighty. Well, shit.
Yep. So, so Eridikron ends up winning.
Right, okay. Interesting.
Yep. And now we get the Aftermath cutscene.
Woohoo! Another cutscene. Ooh, Nelly.
Yep.
All right.
So now we got a lot that just happens suddenly all at once.
Okay.
Because pretty much this is where a patch drops. So Fyrrak
Okay.
ends up recruiting the Druid of the Flame to join him. And
Right.
with their help, he gains access to the Emerald Dream to steal the New World Tree for himself to gain more power.
Okay.
Because Tyrande hid the World Tree's seed from Shadowlands in the Emerald Dream so that no one could take it or fuck with it.
Right.
So there he goes now. Veranoth is disgusted with everything that's been going on, the Ice Dragon Lady,
Right. Okay.
and finds out about the Void, what Fyrrak's planning to do, and just is disgusted with everything and ends up joining us. She betrays the Primalists and joins the Dragonflights.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. Because she basically wanted like the freedom to have the choice of what she wants, and I ended up talking to a friend who read one of the books that that led up to Dragonflight and all this fun stuff, and turns out
Yeah. Yeah.
she's semi-lied to about what happened, and
Oh
she was
shit.
only finding along with the premise under semi-false pretenses.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much Eridicron gaslighting her into fighting everyone else.
Jesus.
Even though she, the stuff that he was gaslighting her about ended up being true, but it's this weird situation where it's like, because she was friends with Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza's like,
Right.
yep, I won't force dragons to join and do this because it's their free will and right. But then she's going to go ahead and do it. But before she can, Eridicron steals the eggs and lies to her about, yeah, she's just going to force us to be this anyway, so you should just fight her.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah.
Eridicron's just a piece of shit.
Yeah, but so is Alexstrasza because she was actually going to do it. He just didn't
That is
act at
true.
first before she could.
That is true.
So it's one of those things of
Yeah. Yeah.
he wasn't wrong, but he was a piece of shit in the way he did it.
Which is true.
Yeah. Valen returns to Argus, and several of the Eridar join the Alliance.
Woohoo!
And you remember the Eridar, right?
Yes.
What the Draenei originally were called?
Oh, okay.
So the beings like Archimonde and them, they joined the
Yeah.
Alliance.
Oh, goody.
Like, we basically get like a bunch who are like, yeah, we only were fighting alongside them because they'd literally murder us and torture us forever if we didn't.
Right.
So we pretty much got those who basically weren't full-heartedly into it, and now they're part of the Alliance.
Okay, cool.
And, like, they're not like a full playable race, but they basically unlock cosmetics to turn your Draenei into look like one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. So we sit down and talk to the Infinite Dragonflights, or what's left of them, find out why they turned. And find out they basically turned to personal losses that they were forbidden to stop because timeline bullshit. And such, because they also saw these events as preventable deaths of family and so on.
Right.
After we assist with the conversation, the Infinite joined the Bronze Dragonflight once again.
Because of course. Why not?
No, there's like a whole quest line where you actually talk to like one of the upper leaders who started the Infinite.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you find out the reason why she did this was because of the death of her sister.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it seemed like it was like a very, very supposedly preventable death where she basically
Okay.
cornered herself and essentially got murdered by some rival dragons.
Okay.
So we do like this whole thing where we keep repeating the events over and over again, trying to change things without changing the timeline too much in order to try to save her. But we only end up making the situation even more worse and worse as we find out she let herself get killed to protect some eggs. But every time we try to do it, she ended up killing her sister, destroying the eggs, and other dragons on the way out.
Okay.
So it's like a seemingly preventable death, which could not actually be prevented.
Right. Okay.
And the way she did it was like the best outcome as it was.
Gotcha.
So that's
okay.
the kind of shit that happens.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. And now that the Bronze Flight can now see throughout time, we're able to find the discs and travel through time with the help of the Bronze Dragons to revive Tyr.
Woohoo!
As well as create a new timeline where the Nightborn escaped the Legion forces by escaping to another timeline.
Of course.
like we don't really see it all the time. Like we just happen to go back into and talk to Elisande, and she's like, "Yeah, we just want to nope out of this situation because we know the Legion will eventually come back and fuck them."
Right.
So like, okay, so if we help you out, can you just give us what we want? Yeah. Okay.
All right, dope.
Yeah. Let's see. Tyr is now alive once again and is now learning of the changes of the world as he prepares to defend it with his loyal paladins, who also assisted in his revival.
Wahoo!
Yep, because he's been dead for a very, very long time. I actually don't know how long he's been dead for, but pretty much a lot of modern races did not exist while he's been dead. Like,
Okay.
first human he ever witnessed kind of timeline.
Okay.
Yep. We eventually returned to the Emerald that's supposed to be the Emerald Dream, not Emerald Dragon.
We went back to the Emerald Dragon, rock the dragon. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, so in order to stop Fyrrak.
Wahoo!
So, in the Emerald Dream, we worked together with the Loamm, the Wild Gods, the Night Fae, because apparently the Rays really like the Night Fae from Shadowlands.
I mean, it's good lore.
Yeah. To fix
good lore.
Yeah, to fix the damage done to the Emerald Dream as we fight our way to where Fyrrak is. Like this first paragraph, that first sentence is like weeks worth of content just condensed down to one sentence.
Right.
Because it's a lot of back and forth stuff that has a lot going on that would take too long to really go through in a meaningful way. Or in a condensed way, I should say. We eventually reach Midrasol, the Dream's Hope, where Fyrrak is already inside burning it. We kill the leader of the Jardin, who is serving Fyrrak, and defeat several members of the Druid of the Flame. Smolderon, the current Fire Lord, is serving Fyrrak to try to gain more power. Only to be betrayed by Fyrrak as he eats Smolderon for more power himself.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I mean, how did, Ragnaros is dangerous. Smolderon replaced him. And now we got a dragon who literally ate him and added that power to himself.
Oh no, the treacherous dragon who wants to murder did the treacherous murdering. Who could have seen that coming?
But think about it this way. He gained the power that corrupted Deathwing and gave him more power. And then ate the Elemental Lord on top of that.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Goody.
Yep, so we fight the leader of the Druid of the Flame, Tender Sageswift, and kill him, greatly disrupting the faction.
Okay.
We eventually fight Fyrrak as he made his way to the core of Midrasol, where the Sisters' Tear was hidden, where he plans to destroy it and absorb it for even more power, and we fight him with the assistance of the 5 aspects.
Woohoo!
And cinematics time.
We have a cinematic. Okay, the music's dope. Holy shit.
Okay.
That's actually some really dope fucking music. Okay. Blizzard's cooking. I dig it.
Yep. So, the aftermath. Fyrrak is dead. The Emerald Dream is
Woohoo!
safe now. The Druid of the Flame joins the Alliance.
So, I know for the purposes of the story, the Horde and the Alliance are not fighting each other. So, are they just joining the Alliance, or does this mean that they're just joining the good guys now?
They actually joined the Alliance.
Okay.
Because, basically, long story short, the Druid of the Flame originally was created because a bunch of Night Elves got pissed off that they were no longer immortal.
Okay.
Back from Warcraft 3.
Right. Okay.
So they ended up creating this faction and joining because they were promised to get their immortality back. Eventually, it became a bunch of guys who were pissed off at Alliance or Horde for atrocities accosted to them, so they basically became a third faction where not just Night Elves, but just other races in general would join in order to fight back on ways they were wronged.
Right. Okay.
But essentially, this was more an excuse to give cosmetics to the faction races that were part of it, so that you could actually make yourself look like a Druid of the Flame if you wanted.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yep. Tyrande finally plants the Sisters' Tear near the Dragon Isles to create a Midrasil in the real world, the new capital of the Night Elves.
Woohoo!
Yep. Everyone has a party to celebrate, and how we can solve the issue. Okay, what the hell happened there? With how we solve an issue, and not once had any infighting between the Horde and Alliance, making this show that of the time of faction wars is now over.
Ah, God. Okay. Um,
Yeah, somehow
I don't mean to. I don't mean to do this, but
this
could you
really got
translate
screwed
that?
over. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much we actually celebrate that one, we were able to resolve this issue. Two, this issue did not have one instance of Horde and Alliance fighting each other for no goddamn fucking reason.
Hot diggity daffodil.
Yeah, so really sober. Like there's actually a party this time that you actually take part in, and you can talk to a lot of the NPCs and major fact lore characters, and as they even reminisce about the past.
That's dope, though.
Yep. Like one of the things you can talk about is some of Jaina's love life.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Because one thing I never brought up because it never became relevant was how she actually dated Kalik.
Wait, who was that again?
The Blue Dragon aspect right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they
Oh
actually dated at
shit!
one point.
Okay. Because I know that at least in the to refresh anybody's memory, depending on where you're watching this and how recently you're watching this, in the Warcraft 3 manual with the RTS game, it wasn't stated outright that they were together, but it stated that they kind of had an on again off again thing between Jaina and Arthas. Before the events of Warcraft 3, because, he was the prince, she was this prodigy student, at least according to the manual. It made no mention about Theramore or anything of that, because, honestly, I don't think it was a thing until then.
No, yeah, Theramore was not a thing until the Rexar stuff.
Right. But it was very subtly implied that they were dating for a brief amount of time. Which puts the whole thing with Jaina and Arthas into so much context.
And then we also get Kalthas being the third wheel.
Wait, who?
Yeah, Kalthas Sunstrider?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he totally had a thing for Jaina and was really pissed off at Arthas because, to his eyes, Arthas stole Jaina from him.
Oh, he's an arrogant bastard. No.
He always has been an arrogant bastard.
I know, but I had hope that he would have character development.
I mean, his character development was, I'm going to be even more of a bastard, just fuck you. Because to be fair, he kept getting fucked over.
You're not wrong.
Because he's the character that, like, the more he gets fucked over, the more he digs his heels in. Which is an endearing trait for some characters.
Very true.
And it works for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Millhouse Manastorm and his wife just hung out in a cave the whole time and created a new spell? Polymorph Duck? What?
Yep.
Is that a mission?
No, it's just something you can find. And if you're a mage, you can learn Polymorph Duck from them.
No shit. That's funny.
It literally, all it is just a spell where you can polymorph other players and creatures into ducks.
Bruh, that's amazing. Again, more Warcraft 3 history. The Elven Sorceress for the Alliance faction in Warcraft 3 was able to polymorph creatures into sheep. That's why you get such things as, there's no black sheep level for, like, cheat codes and shit. And it's just really funny, because polymorph duck is now a thing.
Yep. Yeah, because it's also kind of a tradition to have Millhouse Manastorm being the expansion in some minor way.
Nice.
Where he somehow changed the lore in drastic ways, even through small shit.
Man created a whole new spell.
Yep.
I love it.
After he lost his power from Baswamdi.
Love it. All right.
Mhm.
Ysera, goodbye, cutscene.
Yep.
I love how the player character's just chilling in the background, like, yeah, I'm here. I'm third wheeling. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I get that that's a thing, but it always makes me laugh every single time.
Yeah, because they can't really give him a voice.
Imagine that they do that in one of the expansions, and I'm like, what?
I mean, you get like a player voice for like error messages of I can't do that now.
Right. But like, imagine, like, and the way that they could do it is that he gets possessed by someone, right? And
Yeah.
that's like their voice, quote.
Now they do that thing where they just have the voice of whoever's possessing them. You know it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Anyway,
Only just to make it a joke, they put like a little filter on it. If it's like a gnome, just like rather than "I have come to kill you," instead they get "I have come to kill
I have
you."
come to kill you. Yes, you gotta sound like a gnome because it's very weird like this.
Yep.
oh god, my nose.
But if it's a goblin, I
Ah.
come to take your wallet.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. All right. So a few months pass as the Midgesill grows more. The elves start to move in to their new homes, but Tyrande is still alone.
Aww.
New cinematic.
I swear to fucking god, don't you dare lie to me like this, Blizzard. Don't you dare.
It took a whole patch for him to come back.
I'm not fucking crying. You're crying. This is bullshit. I'm
Now
not
he's
crying.
crying.
Oh, god damn it. So, forgive me if this was already mentioned in one of the previous episodes. Who is the girl with the blue hair?
I actually don't remember her name.
But like they're obviously connected to these two because they were let in on the hug. It wasn't just like okay.
I think she's like one of Tyrande's adopted daughters.
That's what I was thinking.
Because she has like a bunch
Okay.
of them.
Kaya, first of all, I asked, is there room for a garden? Always, Kaya. And Kaya says she is their adopted daughter. Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, it's kind of more like she's Tyrande's adopted daughter.
I mean, by extension, she's also his. By extension, at that point.
It
I
is
don't care
also
what you
sad that
say.
that's also their first romantic embrace we have of them in any written or in-game lore.
That's
It's
crazy,
actually a joke
though.
that after this they finally lost their virginity.
Meanwhile, at the seat of the Pantheon. Ah, no, Illidan, my boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Illidan, they did you dirty, my friend.
I mean, to be fair, he would actually be happy for this. This is just
Oh
the
yeah,
main joke.
no, for sure. It's still funny. It's
Yeah.
still funny. Oh, happy ending for most.
Yep.
Oh God, parlay. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay. That's not ominous.
Yeah, and through promotional material and all that stuff, we do have a few of these answers.
Okay.
So we know who the Harbinger is.
Right.
It's Zealotjohn.
Right. Okay.
And
Do I know that name already?
the knife void god thing from Legion.
Okay.
Yep, and pretty much she seems to be up to something involving what Eridicron traded her, but we don't know what yet. But the major guess is she's trying to actually get a Void Lord into our universe.
Okay.
That's the guess.
Interesting.
And the Void Lords are a pretty big deal.
I mean, they have Lord in the name, so yeah, that tracks.
I mean, there's actually two different kinds of Void Lords.
Okay.
There's Void Lord with a space, where it's a pretty big, huge fucking deal, and Void Lord without a space, where it's just something you can summon to tank for you as a warlock.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, but Void Lords, the big fucking deal. Yeah, they're the thing Sargeras is afraid of.
Oh. Oh no.
Like, Because you know that joke picture of here's the planet Earth, banana for scale, and it's just a picture of Earth.
Yeah.
Picture that, but it's a Void Lord, and here's the universe for scale, and you can't see it.
Oh no.
That's how fucked we would be if they got in.
Oh no.
Like, they're so astronomically huge that if they happen to pass by your planet, they would not even notice it as a speck of dust.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But now we have only one question left, apparently.
Anduin's still wandering the world, lost after what happened to him, and he's finally confronted about what happened.
Oh, goody.
And our final panel.
Fuck. I want to leave the audio open for this, but I can't, unfortunately. So, gang, I will have to mute this. I do highly encourage you to check this out, though, so we will be right back. Holy cow. Fuck, dude. Oh, Anduin has had such a glow up. God. He was a naive little boy. Now he's a man with PTSD. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's going through the Arthas redemption arc if he had the chance.
Fuck. God. But that's all we have. That's crazy. So, yeah. As far as the slideshow goes, we're done.
Yeah, pre-patch starts on the 23rd.
23rd, holy shit.
Yeah, so if you ever wanted to get into WoW, that'd be the day to start.
23rd, I will look into that for sure. But as we said earlier, chat, we have some tier lists. Do you send me the link, or how do we do this here?
I can send you the link. Let's